Noah Karvlis, the 24-year-old leader of the Number Red for Ed movement that inspired teacher strikes around the country in 2018 and 2019, wrote in an article published by a Marxist magazine last month that community organizing must be embraced by teachers, particularly in right-to-work states. Karvlis, who, after teaching music at an Arizona public school for just 2 years, led the Arizona teachers' strike when he launched the Number Red for Ed movement in March 2018, has confirmed in his own words what Breitbart News reported last week. A well-funded and subversive leftist movement of teachers in the United States threatens to tilt the political balance nationwide in the direction of Democrats across the country as Republicans barely hang on in key states that they need to hold for President Donald Trump to win re-election and for Republicans to have a shot at retaking the House and holding onto their Senate majority. This teachers' union effort, called Number Red for Ed, has its roots in the very same socialism that President Trump vowed in his 2019 State of the Union address to stop, and it began in its current form in early 2018 in a far-flung corner of the country before spreading nationally. Its stated goals, higher teacher pay and better education conditions, are overshadowed by a more malevolent political agenda, a leftist Democrat uprising designed to flip purple or red states to blue, using the might of a significant part of the education system as its lever. Karvlis added 4 more lessons right out of the Saul Alinsky playbook, including 2. The need for a community-centric orientation to teachers' movements, 3. That democratic organizing, whether through union reforms or establishing new structures such as Arizona Educators United, must be embraced, 4. That the gradual escalation of tactics that was embraced in Arizona, and originally mobilized in West Virginia, is a vital strategy that can be duplicated in nearly any setting, and 5. The most important lesson to be learned is that teachers have tremendous power. Founded in 2010 by George Washington University student Bhaskar Sunakra, the Jacobin magazine is an unabashed promoter of Marxism, proudly taking its name from the radical left Jacobins who turned the French Revolution of the 1790s into a bloodbath for their opponents. The magazine does not specifically use the word Marxism in its About Us page, instead calling itself a leading voice of the American left, offering socialist perspectives on politics, economics, and culture. In a 2014 interview with New Left Review, Sunakra explained that he created Jacobin magazine in order to mainstream the viewpoints of young Marxists. For me, it was a way of representing a politics that was neither Leninist nor the kind of broad liberal left opinion you get in, say, The Nation or in these times. It's not a middle ground. I wanted to stake out a vision that was uncompromisingly socialist, but that married some of the accessibility of The Nation with the political seriousness of publications further to the left. A lot of what I was learning during the year I spent reading was how to convey these ideas in as simple a way as possible. Young Marxists have a tendency to use lots of jargon, partly as a crutch for insecurity. There are some things we do need specialized terminology for, but a lot of these ideas are not actually very complex. So I was thinking about how best to popularize and mainstream them. Jacobin was meant to be bold, young, easy to read. The look of the magazine was part of that too. Publications like Monthly Review or Dissent, for example, tend to have extremely long paragraphs, and there's no deck underneath the headline explaining what's in the article. Emphasis added. Sunakra elaborated on the Marxist orientation of his publication when asked by New Left Review about its intellectual reference points. Though I don't want to speak for everyone else, Several of us came from traditions intellectually inspired by Trotskyism, without ever quite becoming Trotskyists, which is similar to Miliband or someone like Leo Panich in that respect. We were very interested in the experience of the Italian Communist Party and other mass parties in Europe, and in the theorists of Eurocommunism, something that distinguishes us from a lot of Trotskyists. The Second International Radicals were also very important for us from the time before the SPD voted for war credits in 1914, of course. So we read Lenin, but also Kautsky's The Road to Power. On the whole, we come from various traditions on the left, but you could say that there's been a convergence of sorts between those who come from post-Maoist and post-Trotskyist milieu, and those from left social democratic traditions. Emphasis added. It is organized as a 501(c)(3) non-profit, which means it is not required to reveal its financial backers, and claims its website has over 1 million unique visitors a month, while its quarterly print magazine has 30,000 paid subscribers who pay between $25 and $250 annually. According to its website, subscribers select the amount they should pay, based on how guilty they feel for the wealth they have accumulated.